Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between mountains, there lived a kind-hearted potter named Arjun. He wasn't wealthy, but he was content. He lived a simple life, creating clay pots and selling them in the village market. His greatest treasure, though, was not made of clay, but of love. His only son, Rohan. Rohan was the light of his life, bright, curious, and full of dreams. Every evening after work, Arjun would sit with him under the old banyan tree, sharing stories about stars, wishes, and how belief could move mountains. Rohan would always ask, "Papa, is it really true? Can belief change our world?" And Arjun would smile and say, "Yes, my son, belief can shape what even our hands cannot." Then, one winter, tragedy struck. Rohan fell seriously ill. The doctor from the city came and went, leaving behind only silence and uncertainty. Arjun sold everything he had, his pots, his cart, even his home, to pay for the medicines. Nothing worked, and one cold morning, Rohan closed his eyes and didn't open them again. The village mourned with him, but Arjun, he was broken. He stopped making pots. He stopped talking, he stopped living. Weeks passed. One morning, a little girl knocked on his door. It was Mira, Rohan's friend. In her tiny hands, she held an empty clay jar, a jar Rohan had made in Arjun's workshop. She looked up at him and said, "Uncle Rohan told me to give this to you if he ever went away. He said, 'Tell Papa to keep this jar on the window and never fill it with anything. Just tell him to believe.'" Arjun stared at the jar. It was so simple, so empty. Yet something about it stirred his heart. He placed it on the window as instructed, though he didn't understand why. The next day, a bird came and perched beside it. The day after, an old customer knocked, asking if he had any new pots. And slowly, life returned. Arjun didn't realize it at first, but every time he looked at the jar, something inside him whispered, "Keep going." He began making pots again, not just for money, but with heart. His work was better than ever before. People came from neighboring villages to buy his pottery. One evening, under the banyan tree, Arjun looked at the jar and finally understood. Rohan hadn't left him an object. He'd left him a promise. That belief is strongest when everything else is gone. And just like that, the potter who had lost everything found a reason to live again. Not through wealth or miracles, but through the quiet, steady flame of belief. Moral of the story. Sometimes life takes more than we're ready to give. But when all is lost, belief is what carries us forward. Even in emptiness, belief can plant the seeds of tomorrow's joy. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more soul-stirring stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of inspiration. And remember, no matter how dark the night, belief is the candle that lights our way.